All right, in today's video, I want to talk to you about something extremely challenging that's happening to me in my life at this moment. And at the end of the video, I hope that you feel that you can trust yourself and trust the Great Spirit, and that you're confident that no matter what happens to you, you will pull through. Today is March 31st, 2025, and I have to say that this month was the suckiest month of the year. And I hope that it stays that way. Please. Please stay this way. It all started with the car not wanting to turn on. It died on us several times and I thought it was the battery. I replaced the battery. Turns out it wasn't the battery. Took it to the mechanic. Turns out it was a parasitic leak. The gasket was leaking oil and I had a busted engine mount. I knew about the engine mount. It needed to be replaced months ago. But anyway, all of that cost me nearly $1,000. On top of that, the tags were due this month for the car. So I spent a lot of money and the car got fixed. But this is where it gets interesting. Last Sunday, Erica says, "Hey, I think I'm gonna do DoorDash again." I said, "Okay, that sounds good." She went on her DoorDash app. She said, "Hey, it's still working. You should check to see if yours is still working." I said, "Sure, I'll start." I went on there. It was still working. And then I asked my mom if she could watch Ezekiel for us for a few minutes just so that we can go try it out and see if anything's changed. So we go and check it out. Everything's working perfectly. Erica makes a few bucks. We come home. We're good. The next day, Erica goes out and she does DoorDash. She did pretty well and I was like, awesome. I even went out just a few hours that night and I was like, cool. Here's what the plan is now. Maybe after work, I can put in a few hours here and there to make a little extra cash so I can get all these bills paid and catch up on some stuff. But then Tuesday comes around and the owner of the restaurant asked me if I can come in half an hour early because he needs to talk to me. And it just so happens that the owner let his two partners go, my best friend. The reason why I was driving out all the way to Pasadena, he let them go. And he wanted to cut my hours. Normally, I'd be freaking out. But something in me said, trust this. This is happening for a reason. So he tells me that he has to cut my hours and I'm only going to be there 3 days a week for 5 hours. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, I'm in traffic for about 4 hours a day, 3 to 4 hours a day. To work 5 hours is not going to be worth it for me because I'm going to be spending a lot on gas and it's just not going to be worth it for me. So sad to say that next week is my last week. But I felt an urge in me to freak out. That's normal, right? It's a normal response. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what's happening. I don't know how I'm going to sustain my family. The main channel isn't doing all that great. I'm grateful for what it is doing, but it's not doing all that great. I have a second channel that's barely taking off, so that's not going to be sustainable. But something centered in me and pulled me down and sat me in my center and told me to trust it. And so here I am. I'm trusting it. Once again, I'm trusting it. I hadn't done DoorDash in over a year, and suddenly we're prepared to do it again. And then I'm losing my job, but I have something to fall back on, and I'm grateful for that. I don't know where this is going, and it really sucks for my friend and his partner, who is also my friend. Their income was just cut, just straight up cut. And my friend is doing whatever he can to pull all his resources together to see if, he could get work for he and his partner again, and quite possibly include me. So things are hard. Things are really hard. This is happening right before Ezekiel's second birthday. And I just don't know how things are going to come together, but it's not my job to put them together or to know how they're going to be put together. My job is to be fully present, fully aware, and observant so that when that opportunity opens up, I could just walk through it. Reading has helped tremendously in me not being freaked out by the whole situation now. Another thing that's helped out drastically has been Erica's attitude towards this, because normally she freaks out even more than I would, and this time around she's been incredibly supportive. She's been, telling me that everything is going to be okay, and I trust that everything's going to be okay. I trust not only myself, not only in the Great Spirit, but I trust my partner to come through as well. So she's DoorDashing, I'm DoorDashing, and I'm going to be working the channel a little bit more now, thankfully. Things are starting to look up already. I'm sitting here in the car waiting for an order to come through, and I'm going to do things differently this time around. I'm not going to waste any time. I used to just sit here and watch TikToks and Instagram reels all day. And this time around, I'm going to make use of my time to read and research and plan and strategize and take care of my family. What more can a person do, you know?